Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leslie Onstead. I'm the creator of the ColourArte products, and today we're going to go over primary elements, and we're going to show you the Secret Garden colors. But first, let me explain what primary elements are. So, being a lifelong chronic craftaholic, for years I was frustrated by shelf life. What do I mean by that? I mean, you have your favorite bottle of blue, you use 3/4 of it up, you go back 6 months later and there's this gap of air in here in the bottle, and the paint down here that's degrading, meaning the air keeps getting to it that's in the bottle, and the skin keeps forming, getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So once you pull out that bottle, you're like, oh my God, is there enough paint in there to do my project, right? So shelf life frustrated me. It always has. So I had this harebrained idea. What if I could give the artist the color they find in the tube paint and the sparkle that they find in the jar when we're playing with mica, put it in one product, right? That had no shelf life. Primary elements is the color, ground color, mixed with mica and other minerals, different sizes of particulates, other minerals have been included. It's water-soluble color. Now, solubility I will cover in another video, but I will tell you what recommended binders I had in mind, because the concept was, what if I have the color in the jar and I can use gum arabic, I could use gel medium, I could put it in lacquer, water-based varnished, obviously regular acrylic medium, that's why we offer the enamel, but all of it in one jar. Someone can make watercolors, glazes, impasto paint you're going to use with a palette knife, all with one jar. There virtually is no shelf life on this, unless you, I don't know, bake it in the sun for 10 years and maybe the color's affected, because all color is affected by sun. But if we can use glitter to the last little particulate sparkly flake, why not have the sparkle in the jar that's good to the last drop? First Primary Elements was made in 2002. Yes, I'm aging myself. That was 20 years ago when I came up with this harebrained idea. People weren't necessarily embracing the idea of mixing something themselves. That's why we launched the Twinkling H2O line. We ended up making a watercolor line with these pigments. But 16 years later, we came out with ResinArte, a dry paint system for epoxy. Now, what's the difference between these and mica powders, right? Other than the color. Well, they've been preconditioned. Primary elements have been pre-moistened, preconditioned, ready to just dissolve and mix. Even the mica is pre-prepped, so it mixes easier in your acrylic medium. If you've ever played with just regular mica powder, if you're not really careful, you kind of can poof that powder out of your jar. I've even gotten some up in my face. Well, same concept with the ResinArte. We preconditioned this color, so by the time you get to the third stir in the resin, and this is a big deal when it comes to resin, because resin's a lot more viscous and unforgiving. You know, at least acrylic bases you can thin down. Resin is resin is resin. Epoxy is going to have its standard viscosity. And so by the time you get to the third stir of the ResinArte, 1, 2, 3, you're like, where'd all the powder go? It melts in like butter. Primary Elements pretty much does the same thing. The only little thing to say about our reds, they don't have a lot of mica in them, so sometimes they take a little bit longer to break down, but definitely worth your time. So let's go take a look at the Secret Garden colors. This color is called Lime Squeeze. Imagine a fresh cut lime in gold and green pearls. Perfect for new buds springing up in the garden. This color is called Sweet Lavender. It's a pale lavender and a blue-violet mica pearl. This is Buttercup. Buttercup is a delicate yellow and a gold frosted base. This is Mulberry. It's one of our blackened colors. It's technically a red violet and an antique blackened violet pearl. This is Watermelon Mist. Looks a little bit darker than the jar than it really is. Watermelon Mist is a bright watermelon pink, just like the name sounds, in a nice violet pearl. Actually a very shimmery violet pearl. This color is called Calypso. It's a deep teal in an antique blackened blue pearl. This color is called Sea Breeze. In the camera, it's looking a little bit actually greener than it is. This is a seafoam teal green in a frosted green pearl. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous sea foamy aqua color. Now look at that color. Wow, I see rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. This color is called Rubellite. It's actually a red and an antique blackened red violet pearl, but I see a rainbow of colors in that sparkle. Let's put a nice little scoop of Rubellite in. Remember, this has been blackened. It's going to be real dark. And this will be reds or colors that take a little bit longer to mix up, so be patient. This color is called Pink Grapefruit. It's a light and really pale breezy coral in a red pearl. Okay, I just gotta say, that is one heck of a pretty color. It's got red and gold in it. You can see that shift. This color is called True Blue. Blue on blue on blue on blue on blue. It's a medium blue and a blue pearl. I think there's a surprise tip of violet in here if you look at it real close, but just a pinch. This color is called Wild Vine. Now I'm getting some reflections of other colors in there besides just the green. This is another antique blackened pearl. It's a rainforest green color, a very natural rainforest green, not like a perfect emerald or lime. It's more a natural green we'd find in the rainforest. Almost a blackened olivine. This color is called Nightfall. Now, I am just blown away by this color. It was actually a happy accident in the lab. They were meaning to make another color that would have been like a hot violet, but they ended up adding some blue. And it turned out like this crazy smoky blue with violet in it, almost like a blackened tanzanite. And thus it earned the name Nightfall. There is no black in it. It's just a very mysteriously strange looking color. Like I said, almost a tanzanite color. Look at all that beautiful violet in there. See if I can get it up in the camera. So there you have it, the Secret Garden colors. Now, to keep my video a little bit shorter, I decided not to do the project in this same video, or at least not connect them. I did not want to make the video go too long for you. So I promise in the next project, I'll be playing with colors like this Sea Breeze that I just mixed up for you, and in an actual project that I have planned. So I want to thank you for joining me. Please subscribe and like if you've enjoyed this content. It always helps out the channel. And be kind to each other, and happy painting.